you've never mountain biked before and you want to do it at Palos, you might think this is where you want to start, but I've got a better idea for you. Probably the best place to start at Palos is Wolf Road Woods, and I'll tell you why. This gives you pretty direct access to a trail called Stonehouse. Stonehouse has a couple tough parts, but most of it is very gentle, very rolling. There'll be roots, but mountain biking has roots. So, bare necessities. You'll need a mountain bike, of course. A hardtail will do just fine here. You'll need a way to carry water. A water bottle on your bike frame is fine. Most important, besides the bike, is you'll need a helmet. Go to Target, get a cheap one. Go to your LBS, get a nice one. I think this one was about $50. Has the MIP system, which protects your head against rotational impacts. Guys at the bike shop will do a better job explaining that. Anyway, get yourself a helmet, period. I highly recommend getting some gloves. Gloves will help a lot. If you do crash and your hands hit the ground, it's going to protect your hands from scrapes and whatnot. It's good to have safety glasses or sunglasses to help protect your eyes in case there's branches across the trail. All right, in order to get to Stonehouse, you're going to have to go down Gravity Cavity. So for reference, where's that sign I was at earlier? Gravity Cavity is that way. Just give you a fair warning, Gravity Cavity from the parking lot is mostly downhill. So you want to make sure you have good brakes. Whew. Now when you get to the bottom of Gravity Cavity, you're going to want to take this left turn here. And this is the beginning of Stonehouse. So, Stonehouse from this end starts with a series of switchback climbs. Make sure you pick a low gear, but not too low. You don't want to fall over trying to spin so fast. Talk about that. Okay. Mountain biking, there's things called log overs, which is exactly what you think they are. It's a log that you have to ride over. Try not to be intimidated. Basically, all you have to do is, when your front wheel gets to this point, take the weight off. That means lean back a little. After your front wheel hits the other side, try to take your weight off the back wheel. Not too much, because that'll be trouble. About partway through, about halfway through the first segment, you will encounter the Stonehouse. Nice place to rest. As you come to the end of the first section, you're going to have an option to turn right and continue, or go straight to the gravel. Here we are. So, after we finish the first section, like I said, there's two options. You go out to the gravel, turn left to go back to the parking lot, and turn right across the creek and continue on Stonehouse. Now, this is the main reason I chose Stonehouse as your first trail at Palos, because there are these options to bail out, hit the gravel, back to the parking lot, in case you run out of steam, get injured, have mechanical, something like that. So that's what makes Stonehouse a great first trail at Palos. I need to go over a few ground rules and etiquette rules on the trails. So, right of way. Horses always have the right of way. If you see horses, dismount, let them go by, continue. If you're coming up behind them, you have to ask if you can pass them, and they'll let you know if it's good or not. Otherwise, you gotta wait. You don't want to spook those horses. They're big animals and can be unpredictable. Hikers, if you encounter hikers, hikers also have the right of way, although they will move to the side for you sometimes if they're friendly and nice and courteous. But the courteous thing to do is to let the hikers have the right of way. Announce yourself if you're coming up behind them. Otherwise, you're gonna scare the crap out of them. If you encounter other bikers coming towards you, uphill rider has the right of way. sometimes they'll yield too if you're going downhill and you're ripping. So that is the trail etiquette rules for encountering other trail users. So if you found that you do love mountain biking, I would highly suggest joining CAMBr, CAMBr. CAMBr is the local mountain bike advocacy in the Chicagoland area. CAMBr is responsible for maintaining these trails, other trail systems in the area. Joining them helps with the numbers, helps with the representation, also financially helps us to purchase equipment to help maintain the trails and feed trail workers, stuff like that. On to section 2. Also solo. That is another courtesy. Call out the number of people in your group as you pass other groups. So that guy and me, we were both by ourselves, so we say solo. Not Han Solo, not Solo Cup, just plain solo. These dips, just roll through it. Don't stop on the way down or on the way up. This is probably going to be the most intimidating section for newcomers, especially that part. Okay, coming into this, it's going to look really scary because it's probably their first time seeing something like this. But it is easy as long as you just roll through it. Probably the most intimidating part is this downward slope. Okay, it's not that bad. That little bump there, your tire's going to roll right over that, no problem. So what you want to do, come in here, roll down this, and make sure you maintain your momentum up this hill and pedal like crazy up that hill. Maybe shift down a couple gears for that climb out. I come up to the end of the second section, which is here. Take a right to continue on Stonehouse, or take this trail straight to the gravel. Left will take you back to Wolf Road Woods. So this is the third section of Stonehouse, the easternmost section. I'll warn you now, there is some downhill, which means there's going to be climbing after the downhill. Also, to me, this seems like the longest section of Stonehouse. You'll know you're near the bottom when you start hitting a bunch of berms. And here we are. Right now, this is the lowest point on Stonehouse. So, it's climbing time. Here's another tip. Doesn't apply right now. There's not many leaves. But in the middle of summer, all this is growing in. You're gonna have a hard time seeing around the blind corners. So it's best to announce your presence before you hit the blind corner. Usually yell out something like "Rider," or some kind of yelp like "You." I'm terrible at that one. That's why I always yell out "Rider." I also like to do the Ed McMahon call. Hey-o! Speedy little downhill here to a turn. And then go back up. Some people like to use bells. One good one is the CAMBr. So you can set it to constantly ring as your bike shakes. Or you can set it so it's silent. Or you can get a rubber chicken. I'll put a card link up in the corner for that one. This is a little intimidating, just take it slow. Stay on the rocks. Easy peasy. All right, coming up to the end of Stonehouse. This is where Stonehouse and Burrito Hill meet. If you have successfully reached this point, you have successfully ridden the entirety of Stonehouse, which which means you came out of there. But you're not done, because you're nowhere near the gravel or road. This is Burrito Hill. When you come out, you're going to see this. Left is Burrito Hill, and will take you to the gravel. Left on the gravel, back to Wolf Road Woods. If you take a right here, that'll take you to 104th Avenue. Unless you happen to be parked there, then that's good. So we're going to continue on Burrito Hill, back to the gravel. Slight climb at the end. No big deal. Oh, I spooked him. I've reached the end of Burrito Hill. Look at this guy. I've reached the end of Burrito Hill. If you made it this far, congratulations. You've done all of the single track in what I consider a good beginner's loop. All right, I hope you enjoyed your first time riding single track at Palos. Let me know how it went for you in the comments below. If you have any questions, also leave a comment. One final tip. Download MTB Project or Trailforks to your phone, and on there you'll find an online map of Palos. That should do wonders for helping you navigate this area if you're not too familiar with it. So, thanks for watching. Have a great ride. Be kind to each other. Yeah, I'm good. Just trying to get my camera to stay still. Thanks for asking. Come on, camera. Unless you want to be in my video. So, hope you enjoyed your ride. Thanks for watching. No, that's not how it ends. Can't tell if I'm still recording or not. GoPro, start recording.